Everyone, this is Madhavi Manoj and you're watching my YouTube channel Insani Itihad, which aims to invoke a little bit of humanity in all of us through awareness and understanding. So today I want to talk about this parsha called Talmud, which means generation, according to my rabbi. So this is the story of Yaakov stealing the blessing and the birthright from his elder brother Esauv. So I have been studying this story, reading this story over and over again because I had some confusions, and then I listened to some of the rabbis to see how they have understood and what they sort of interpret in regards to this story. So some of the rabbis were talking about that, it's really strange that Rivka and Isaac are a very pious couple, very God-fearing, righteous couple, and yet they have Esauv, and it's quite strange. And then, seeing Yaakov, who is very, seemingly he is very righteous, very, even when both the children are in the womb of Rivka, Yaakov is the one who is, who is towards righteousness, and Esauv is towards not very righteousness. And then, Yaakov is the one who is stealing from his elder brother. So it's a very paradoxical and very, paradoxical and contradictory sort of a story. And then when we look this story in a very, mystical way, or say in a deeper lens or a deeper level, we realize that we see these characters, these people, these different people who are physically there, like Rivka, Yitzhak, Isaac, and Yaakov and Esauv. But there is this entity which is screaming out of this whole story, and the significance of that that person, that fifth person, is eminent here, and that is Hashem. I mean, Rivka is young, and she shouldn't have any problems conceiving, children, but yet she does. And then she has twins. I mean, she has fertility issues, and then she has twins. And then these twins are like poles apart from each other. One is righteous and one is completely, he doesn't know himself, or at least he's not someone both Isaac or Rivka would have expected their children to be. And yet Isaac also loves his eldest son Esauv, and that's why he wants to bless him. So this tells us that, in a marriage especially, there are not only husband and wife and the two people who are, mating or becoming one to create another life, to have children, but it's actually Hashem who gives children. And when Hashem gives us children, it writes their paths or their life journey or their life mission in the world differently. It's the prerogative of Hashem. I mean, it although one might say that it was Rivka who sort of helped Yaakov to get the blessing from his father, through cheating his elder brother, but it was a destined will also, because he could have refused his mother that he cannot do this to his brother, but he did. He went with the whole plan. So that means it sort of occurred to him that yes, this blessing, this profound blessing should be with him. And he already, before that, he already sort of stole his birthright with a bowl of soup. So it was the second time. So it tells us that, that there is this journey that one has to go through, and that journey is predetermined, and it is full of opportunities and challenges, and then we see the transformation of Asif. He comes down and he's crying and sobbing, and he's begging his father that please give me at least one blessing. And then we see this whole act playing out, and we see that is Hashem telling us the story that we should sympathize with as of now, that he's crying and he's been cheated twice by his own family. So it tells us a lot that we although we have free will and we tend to do what we wish to do, but yet our circumstances, our journeys, and our life mission is somewhat predetermined. And when we see that Yaakov, we see, okay, fine, Yaakov stole the birthright, and then his father blessed him. And then we later on, sort of get into the detailed life of Yaakov. And we realize in the coming parsha, we realize that he has his set of, troubles in his life. He fell in love with one woman and he was not betrothed to her, and he was betrothed to another woman that he didn't like. And then he was having fertility issues with the woman that he loved actually, and the woman that he didn't love was having a child after a child. And it was little Rachel actually went up to Yaakov and said that, can't you give me just one child? And he says that it's not in my hand, it's in the hands of Hashem to, bless us with children. So it tells us, especially I take the gist from this whole parsha, is that when two people get married, they need to have this conscious awareness that it's not just us, two people, two individuals getting married. It's also Hashem coming into this marriage in a way that it would give the blessings through this couple, like the blessing of Yaakov, and it should also give challenges and opportunities to rise above our abilities, so to say, or our strengths, and work on our weaknesses. And Asaph was that challenge for both Rivka and Isaac. We cannot say that they didn't raise him properly. They were raised quite. Of course, Asaph was the favorite of his father Isaac. So probably Isaac would have tried to pull the best out of him and tried to put best of his influence over him so that he could transform. And he actually transforms later on. We see from wanting to kill his younger brother, he made peace with him by when Yaakov offers some gifts to Esauv, and Esauv says no, he is blessed by Hashem and he doesn't need those gifts. So it tells us. And then of course Yaakov had to, although having the blessing from his father and the birthright and everything and being pious, he had a lot of trouble in his life, whether in regards to his children, in regards to his wife, and all sorts of things. And he becomes blind just like his father. So we realize at least this is what I've got from this Torah portion, that we need to be very humble in ourselves and acknowledge that we can only do the best we can, and the rest is in the hands of Hashem. And Hashem plays actually a very big role in our life when it comes to, especially in marriages, especially in giving us the responsibilities of children, because those children are not extensions of us only. Well, they are in terms of DNA, but they have their own unique mission and role and path to walk on in this world, to make a difference and to make a relationship with Hashem, and transcend from their their challenges that life gives them. And we see this in this story, that both Yaakov and Esauv, how they transform themselves and how they become at peace with each other and sort of build a relationship with Hashem in a completely different way. And it sort of, for me, this story brought this beautiful understanding, and I thought that I should share it with you all. And I hope when you read this parsha, you come up with something really amazing and really different, and sort of try to implement that into your own lives and learn from it. So yeah, thank you.